What contours like a pro, has the most on-fleek eyebrows, and a sausage bigger than yours? We call those traps. What's up guys, it's Neriku aka Dick Down Under, back at it again with your daily dose of traps in a bottle. Today I will be guiding your dick to safer pastures by providing you with a guide to spotting traps in the wild. I guess you could have used this one, huh Johnny? So the reason behind this video I think is mostly straightforward. Here we are in 2017 and 2018 is just a couple months away, so I got the thought that these traps are getting more and more creative with each and every passing day, thanks to the skills of surgeons and people with a seemingly unlimited budget. Traps are increasing and we need to be more vigilant than ever before. I mean, I can remember a time when I was still attending school in college and let's just say, I think I'm an expert on detecting traps. I mean, no homo or anything, but yeah, I have some tips on you based on actual experience of deducing wild traps in their natural habitat. So without any more delays, let's jump into today's guide. Tip 1, what is a trap? So trap stands for Testicular Removal Ambiguous People. A trap is a situation or person that doesn't quite disclose the whole truth when you meet them, if you know what I'm saying. Let's just say they are stronger than they appear, or that they have made a significant change in the past, or that they have a bit more about themselves that is a little longer than expected, if you catch my drift. Well, anyways, I don't really know any other way to explain it, but if you are interested, I have a list of some basic identifiers or features of a wild trap. So you guys might want to pay attention here if you guys need some help. If you're ever in a situation where you need to know if a particular patron is a trap, there are some overarching giveaways that you can see. I like to call these possible giveaways, and if a particular someone has a feature or two from what I consider category 1 identifiers, then you just gotta play it a little safer. It doesn't quite mean that it's a trap right away, but I would proceed with caution. Identifier number 1, the neck. So what we're used to in the world of men is what's known as an Adam's apple. It's a portion on our throats or on our neck as men that kind of bulges out and stands out from the rest. Women typically don't have an Adam's apple, and if they do, it could be a possible signifier or identifier of a trap. If that is a possible signifier or identifier of a trap, I would just take note of it. It doesn't quite mean that this person is a trap yet, but if they have what I consider another feature from this category, I would just, like I said, use a little bit more caution. Don't quite just go for it, if you know what I mean. Number 2, the shoulders. So another feature of us in the male gender, we have slightly broader and wider shoulders. Typically our shoulders, our deltoids, are a little bit wider than our triceps and biceps. They kind of have a trickle down type of look. They go from large to a little bit smaller to a little bit smaller until you get to the elbow. What doesn't happen with a natural honest born woman is they don't quite have that trickle down effect. It's kind of all straight and flat. There is no significant difference between the deltoids and the remainder of the upper arm area. If there is someone who is trying to talk to you, trying to spit that sweet fresh game at you, and they kind of have wide shoulders, use caution, my man. Number 3, dude belly. So if you guys have heard me talk about traps before in the past, they have what I consider a dude belly. It's not quite easy to explain what a dude belly is, but it is prominent if you look at the stomach of a male and compare it to the stomach of a female. Females kind of have a flat, kind of rounder look from the navel to the left and right sides of the stomach, whereas males kind of have more of a straight, flat look that isn't quite pronounced in the front and less on the sides, kind of even all over. And that's just for the most part. Don't get me wrong that there are exceptions to this case, but there is kind of a line, if you will, that is right above the hips that kind of points right down at the junk, and that is a huge dead giveaway for what I would consider a dude belly. If someone has a dude belly and you think they have a dude belly, I wouldn't mess around with that if I were you guys, simply because of the simple fact that a dude belly is such a big feature So if there's a dude belly involved with the situation, take precaution. Maybe, you know, take note of it and don't go there if you understand what I'm saying. Number 4, teardrop ass. So us who are very familiar with the physique of a female know that a female's butt is more kind of pronounced in the middle of the cheek, mid cheek, kind of more pronounced, more round, and kind of wider. A teardrop ass is when the very top part of the butt crests down, sloping gently, and then tucking under. So it's wider and more fat at the bottom of the cheek than it is at the top. This can be seen if you watch any movies with a naked guy in there. A naked guy who has a great physique, such as, like, I don't know if you watch Terminator 2, you see Arnold Schwarzenegger in there. If you watch any other movie where there's any bare butt in there, even in like parts like Game of Thrones, you can see what is known as teardrop ass. It's very, very hard to get rid of effectively, and implants don't really do a good job of changing it as well. So if you see a teardrop ass, use caution, my guy. Number 5, curves or lack thereof. What I mean by this is typically women have what is known as an hourglass shape. Now, this doesn't apply to all women, but typically there is this hourglass shape. There is a pronounced curve that is indicative on the hips, as well as in the thigh area, and as well as right above the waist. If there is no curve there, use a little bit of caution. Like I said, it's not a rule of thumb for every situation. Like if your girl's a runner or a swimmer, chance of her having these curves are probably not going to be there. But for some reason, if she's kind of like a one of those shopper type girls and she just kind of shops all day, doesn't really do much else, and she doesn't have curves, I would use some caution there, my guy, simply because thick thighs save lives. And let's be real here, without having those curves there, you got me a little bit questioning what's going on here. Even like basketball players, like girl basketball players have curves, not as much, but girl basketball players do have curves. Or let's just say they play volleyball for some reason and they definitely don't have any curves. Nope, run the other way, my guy. Nope, don't trust it. It's that simple. These identifiers I've currently covered in category 1 are not all the identifiers. There's several other identifiers, but for time's sake, let me know if you guys want a part 2 down in the comment section below. Remember that a feature or 2 from this category doesn't scream trap, but you should be careful and maneuver with caution from this point forward. Disclaimer: don't watch this one with your parents. This part is going to be a little bit more raunchy, a little bit more crazy than the rest. Prepare yourselves for category 2 identifiers. If a special someone has one feature from this category, then flat out run. Don't stop. Don't collect the money. Just run. No questions here after this point. Just run. Don't look back. It's definitely a trap. Do not fall for it. Number 1, time of the month. So this one is a little bit more taboo to talk about with my guys out there. But if I had to go ahead and try to figure out exactly if a girl was a trap or not, I would try to date her for a while. And here's why. You want that special time of the month to roll around so you can try to catch your girl on her cycle, if you know what I mean. You want to try to see if there's identifiers or any type of evidence of that cycle happening, you know? So check and see if she has tampons. Check and see if she has pads. Check and see if she has panty liners. Check and see if she, you know, is throwing the wrappers away in the bathroom. Something, you know, you want to find evidence that she has time of the month. Now, for some of you guys out there, if your girl's over 50 or whatever, she may not have this, so it's kind of not a good point. But that's why I started with number 1 in the category 2 section. Be careful. If she's not having a time of the month and you've already done the dirty deed, don't tell nobody and just kind of dismiss yourself from that relationship, okay? Section 2, category 2, lube on deck. If it's really hard for me to talk about this, especially since there's some of your younger guys out there. If this particular special someone in your life is stocked up on that special sauce, needs that special sauce to get going all the time, and she's a young lady, I would be a little bit concerned. Just a tad bit. Just a tad bit. You know, they kind of keep it with them. You know, it's in their purse. It's in their wallet for some strange reason. I would be very, very careful moving on from that point on, my guy. Like, I wouldn't even mess around from that point. I'd be like, this is kind of weird, strange. And this kind of ties in with number 3, their use of condoms. For example, if she gives you that dead giveaway sentence, oh no, I don't use condoms. Kind of scary there, my guy. Like, I don't know what is going on. I don't know what they're doing. But if they say that they don't use condoms for some reason, and then they say, oh, well, you know, because I'm not concerned about getting pregnant, you know, we're worried. Then we need to have another conversation at this point. Okay, are you on some type of birth control or something? You know, if they say yes, then you can kind of relax a little bit. But for the most part, if you're with this girl or presumed girl, and it's your first time with them, and you've just met them, and they say they don't use condoms, run. Run for 2 reasons. First off, you don't want to catch anything, just in case this is a legit woman, or even if it isn't a legit woman, you want to use condoms because you don't want to catch anything, simply because of the fact that you don't know this person. If they're not into condoms, you don't be into them. Simple. But after you get to know them for a while, and they say that they don't use condoms because they're not afraid of getting pregnant, that is a dead giveaway, my guy. That is a dead giveaway. Run the other way. This is a trap. Last but not least is number 4. If she's into butt stuff, just a little too much. Now, I will be the first to admit that there are some girls out there who are into butt stuff. Not a big deal there. But if they're into butt stuff a little too much where it concerns you, they prefer butt stuff, that is a dead giveaway. And that's simply because when you cut off a sausage, the feeling's not there anymore. Or at least I would think, because the nerve endings aren't quite in the same area, and doctors can't really move nerve endings around because they can't remove them from the sausage, or turning the sausage inside out and spatulaing with ketchup doesn't necessarily make it work. So what I'm here to tell you basically is, if she's into butt stuff just a little bit too much because it's her preferred method, run the other way, my guy. Run the other way. That is definitely a trap. Okay guys, so now you are officially prepared to go out in the wild and train your Pokemon. I know that the world is a scary place and a trap is something that worries you, but if you remember your training, you will succeed and not fall into any traps. Trust me, I got you on this one. So what do you guys think? Did I miss any major points about traps that are out there? If you're interested in a part 2 and you want to make any suggestions, or if there's something out there you've seen or witnessed, or something that you have a skill in pointing out, maybe just let me know down in the comment section below. Also, I definitely want to thank you guys so much for your continued support for my channel. I've been experiencing some exponential growth recently, and I just want to continue to bring you guys content every day. So it's definitely not easy, and I'm trying to be more and more dedicated. I really do appreciate the help that I've gotten thus far. If you guys would still like to continue to help me out here, help me grow, if you guys could always like, share, comment, and subscribe. That's normal. That would be absolutely incredible. Also, there is a part 2 to this. If you guys want to really see me grow, if you guys really want to see my channel take off, I do have a monetization playlist that I've just featured on my channel. So what it will do is it'll help me continue to grow by bringing me more views to the channel, which will increase monetization, which YouTube will use its magical algorithm to help me find new viewers. So if you guys are interested, there is a playlist on my channel called the monetization playlist. Just watch or play this playlist in your spare time. You don't even have to watch it all the way. All you need to do is play the playlist in the background on your computer, play the list in the background on your phone or whatever, even while you sleep. Turn down the volume, mute it, do whatever you have to do. And this will definitely help me with my retention rates. It will definitely help me get some new viewers. It'll definitely help me in the long run. Okay, thanks so much guys. Once again, my name is Neriku, aka Dick Down Under, and I will catch every single one of you with a trap in the very near future. Peace.